Previously on Beauty and the Geek. 9 beauties and 9 geeks meet for the first time.
I have approximately 30 sweater vests.
On the scale of 1 to 10, I consider myself a 20. I don't like girls because they lie so much.
And a twist is revealed that will change the game forever.
This time, it's not Beauty and the Geek, it's Beauty versus the Geek.
As the geeks adjust to their new surroundings,
Girls suck!
the beauties conspire against them.
I came here to win money.
In the first challenge, the beauties were made under, but still came out on top.
What's your number?
After the challenge, tensions rise between Randy and Amber.
Because I'm going to be real with you. Everybody talking about your dumb ass. No, they talking about your fat ass.
I should have gone in there to try to calm them down, but I'm a coward, so instead I ran away and went to get popcorn.
They discover that they must choose 5 geeks to face elimination.
Tom should go in.
I don't think so.
In an elimination room like no other, Tommy, Chris, Jonathan, and Joe each buzz in to answer a question correctly, leaving John as the first person to exit the mansion.
That was easy.
How will Beauty versus Geek continue to change the game? Find out right now.
They're coming.
I'm so excited.
Good to be back.
I was rooting for Tom to come back. When he walked through the door, I was like, okay, well, Tom's back, so I don't care.
When Chris walked through the door, I was so happy to see him in his little pink hat.
You got your good luck hat?
Well,
I used the hat.
I told you.
Jonathan kind of annoys me. I don't really care if he goes or he stays. At first, I was like, oh, nobody's giving him a fair chance. He's just odd.
between Joe or John, I was actually hoping that Joe would walk through the door.
It's a Christmas miracle! God, it's good to be back, guys.
Hey, Joe, remember you doubted yourself. You thought you were going on.
No, I was already packed. Everything was packed. I had the train ticket.
Well, we had to.
It's stressful, though, guys, and I feel real god-awful about having to send John home.
I'm glad that Joe came back. Actually, I think it gives him a lot of confidence because he thought that he was a goner for sure.
Yeah.
We wanted you to be the first one to walk in here.
We really did. I like Tom because he's tall, he's good looking, and one day Tom's gonna be really rich and he's gonna take care of me. I gave him like glasses
And they
so
work.
that he would like come back.
I think Amber and I have a pretty good connection. I think we have bonded over the past couple days. That's fantastic. If you can say that you're honestly good friends with a model, that's a good feather to have in your cap.
We're going to win next time. Believe it.
Oh, I believe it. I think we have the capacity. We have a lot of guys now that know what the elimination room's been like. They've been there. They've had the experience. And it's only going to make us stronger. I mean, we are going to bounce back.
Good morning. You guys look kind of rested. I said kinda, I qualified it. Letitia, how do you feel like the Beauties versus Geeks is going?
Pretty good. You know, we won our first challenge, which is awesome. But I just hope we can pull it together. Like, I just feel strongly we need to stay as a team. Jonathan, Joe, Chris, Tommy, you guys all survived the elimination room last night. We entered the Roman Coliseum and came back alive. Gladiators, you were. Now, you ready to find out what the challenge is?
Yeah.
So,
yes, sir.
Well, we are gonna find out how you guys do.
when the beauties compete against the geeks in a beauties versus geeks talent show.
I was like, oh my God, that's like the worst challenge for me because I have no talent.
Letitia, what is your talent? All right, here's how it's gonna work. Each team will have to put on a 10-minute talent review. You're gonna be in front of a live audience. Now, the audience is gonna vote for their favorite performance group. And to help you guys prepare, your study materials are here, and they're all about showmanship and the performing arts. Each team has today and tonight to rehearse, and then the big show is tomorrow. Now, remember, the winning team will have the power to send half of the losing team back to the elimination room,
where they're going to have to face off against each other to determine who will go home.
Good luck, and have fun with all this stuff. See you guys.
All right, thank
you. I am very excited about this challenge. I feel we are all very talented. The girls, though, even though they're very beautiful, they've always had that to rely on, whereas we did not. We actually had to have a talent. Otherwise, we would die off in Darwinism.
About how we liked the idea of napping and
I know that we do not have the talent that the guys do. We're talentless beauties.
I think this time we actually have the edge in the challenge because a lot of the girls, for jobs, basically all they do is pose. I'm not saying modeling isn't a talent in its own right, but they basically all they do is pose. What are they going to do? To stand and pose for 10 minutes? Like.
I think that we should seriously do a fashion show because we are
models,
think of the
same thing.
and we can either do a play. No, either
no
or.
fashion.
Why shouldn't we do a fashion show?
A 10-minute fashion show is boring. I was so excited at first, but it didn't take me but 2 seconds to realize these guys got so much talent and the girls are boring.
After we do our fashion show, maybe like have a dance or something?
I think
like a routine, like a song and dance.
Song and dance, but who sings?
We should do something mixed beauty and intelligence. Like, we could write on our bumps, E equals MC squared, and like, show it.
I think Tara's ideas were just so stereotypical and just the same, and there was nothing special about them. And I'm a little bit nervous as to what the guys are going to be doing.
I think we're all doing like a big geek rap together, and then we just isolated out different people to their talent. Like Jonathan could come out and do his Velociraptor thing at the right time.
Chris has really taken over as a producer. He started collecting all the ideas, and the first thing we did is we built a rundown of the entire show.
Let's give it up for my man, Greg. You know he's the best. Don't make it beg. Watch out for the dance of his leg invasion. Give it up now for the geekiest Asian.
That is good, man. That's right on.
Having someone who actually knows the beat and reinforcing the beat, that's the
Okay, well, just to make sure it looks like I'm part of the act, I'm going to dance while I conduct. But.
Oh, that's great. Oh, absolutely.
We have a lot of smart guys, a lot of guys that are very talented, good at very different things. I can tell you how to find a hidden summon materia in Final Fantasy VII, but I can also tell you how to write poetry. I can tell you about film. There's so much more to us, and hopefully this will allow it to be seen by everybody.
1, 2, 3.
Geek Day.
We can do a fashion show.
We should do a lot of sex appeal. That's a lot of what we have.
We've always relied on our beauty. We ain't been entertained. That's how we're entertaining, but that sucks.
The only reason they're not using their sex appeal is because they don't have it.
Yeah, I know you don't. Things that come out of Christina's mouth don't make sense sometimes.
We have to be funny too. And I think us being retards is going to be funny.
Oh my God, you guys are not getting the freaking point here.
I'm like up to here. Like a couple times I just wanted to run out and be like, guys, can I be on your team?
Like everybody. Guys, I don't have a lot of talent. What am I going to do, shake my butt and be like, the next girl's going to do this?
I know none of us want to go into elimination, so I'm just hoping that we'll be able to pull it together for tomorrow because right now it's not looking very good at all.
And a pretty girl doesn't peek. It's like she's going to it.
I don't think anyone's listening. What should we do? Does anyone have any concrete ideas?
The girls were arguing about our stupid talent because we didn't have one.
What is the most exciting? It's usually the comedies and the things that are when people are dancing or doing something really crazy.
It started to get really, really late in the night and we still had nothing accomplished. We were still arguing and fighting.
Should we try to make it funnier or should we try to make it sexier?
Are you freaking kidding me?
Have you seen us all do it together?
Obviously the skirt is nasty.
So everyone kind of just said, forget this, we're gonna go drink.
Ready, go.
So when we ass goes out, we look like saps, came from the world that we smell like crap.
Hey guys, we're gonna play spin the bottle.
It's the classic schoolboy debate of hot girls or attractive.
Ready, watch.
I've never been kissed by a girl on the lips that was not a relative before.
Oh, Jonathan.
I did kiss Jonathan on the cheek. I was a little worried that maybe one of his beard hairs would get stuck to my lip gloss, or he's just not very cute.
I'll spin it. That's cute.
Now it has to be more than the cheek. More than the cheek.
I'm not going to do the lip kisses. I want that to be
Give it a
special.
little taste.
I don't really want my first major kiss to come from a game like Spin the Bottle. I want to have that moment with somebody I really deeply care about.
What's special than this?
To this point, that may be the most awkward experience I had this far.
That was cute. Aww. That was like kissing my mom. My turn.
This house is trifling and basic. They rather sit around and flirt with the guys instead of trying to practice or trying to come up with any kind of concept for our talent. They want to play boy.
5 hours we were debating on what.
It's not even 5 hours. It's the point that it's like instead of trying to learn new stuff, they rather just stick on what they already know. Y'all want to sit on y'all ass, it's not my problem. Don't get mad at me because I'm focused on the bigger picture and I'm just done with all this. I don't even care no more.
I think there's something, looks like a little situation going on over there, huh? It appears to be. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that Amber is definitely using her beauty to stay out of elimination.
Are you gonna carry me upstairs?
Well, I'm very tired because we've been up for a long amount of time.
She walks around in like really tiny clothes and her swimsuit, and she hangs all over Tom.
Somebody has a crush on you.
It's flattering.
Do you want to know who?
Amber's giving me a lot of attention that I'm not used to getting from girls.
Come here.
She's been pretty direct in her approaches, and I feel like she's my best chance of coming out of my shell.
What did he do?
We are.
Scared.
No, it's just fun.
No, you should take it slow with them.
Yeah. I don't want to even do that.
It's just
freaking
fun.
not going to elimination, period.
It really frustrates me just because she's just using him and she's just gonna break his heart because he is fragile.
No, you like
not
him.
just think that.
I think, honestly, she was just trying to play him to stay because he's such a nice guy.
Are you kidding me? I know I'm a bitch, but these guys are not in my league at all. They're sweet guys, but I'm not gonna be hanging out with them after this.
I know I look good.
How many Ambers does it take to screw in a light bulb? One, she holds it in place and the whole world revolves around her.
When we first pulled up to the Wilshire, and we saw right there, talent show, Beauty versus Geeks, it was a little bit exciting, because none of us have ever played the stage that big.
When we entered the dressing room, I wasn't confident at all in the show.
How are we gonna stand on stage? Lined up like this?
The audience, okay, let's say the audience right here, we're standing like this. We were supposed to have 10 minutes worth of material. We had roughly about a minute and a half.
We got the first part down.
Yeah, so
Just the other 8 minutes.
Yeah, and then whatever.
We figured out what we were doing and we did it again and again and again and again, and then we spent time in the dressing room with nothing to do besides do it again and again and again.
Look out, now here's Cowboy Joe. Watch him line dance, watch him flow.
We planned this thing out like nobody's business, and we really want to go out there and show them what's up.
Let's put it this way. We're sitting in here having a calm discussion with each other, and they're frantically trying to still make their thing.
Yeah. We were in there trying to rehearse.
5, 6, 7, 8.
We sort of came up with a dance.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know this part. I don't even know if I can do that. Before we were going out to perform, it was chaos.
Step, 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 step. These characters are so funny.
But I think we need to do a run-through from beginning to end.
Everyone was like trying to put their 2 cents in again.
Stop talking, just stop talking and learn right quick. Okay, y'all are on the side after we get there, after I do my little whatever little dance, and I'm gonna go, go mess with y'all, and then I'm like, no, y'all come on. And as y'all come on, it's like y'all look and watch, like we're standing there, everybody's looking down, watch. Okay, like I can get it, and we just start doing this, and we're gonna go ripple, 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 just get in a straight line.
Randy was loud. She was so obnoxious.
I knew I was gonna shine overall the whole group because it's like, anyway, they were all leaning on me to make the damn show. Pop, 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 pop.
Randy started teaching us some little like movements that were really cheesy and really, really bad.
Shake, 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 shake.
We didn't have a choice, so we all just started following her.
Pop, 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 pop. Pay attention, damn, y'all, can y'all focus? I mean, really, we need to be serious right now.
welcome to the first ever Beauties versus Geeks talent show. Now, we have two very different performance troupes that are going to entertain you today. Each of them has prepared a very unique, interesting, special show for you. And in the end, it will be up to you to decide which of the two teams has put on the most entertaining show. So now, without further ado, please welcome the Beauties.
I remember sitting behind the curtain just like cringing, like, please don't let there be a lot of people in the audience. It was such an awful feeling.
It's going to be like a dance routine, basically in a classroom setting. The teacher comes in and gives us our studies, and then she kind of goes out of the classroom.
Hi, class.
Hi, Good morning, Miss Parker.
Where in the world is Randy? What my seat in? Take that hood off your head. Where's my seat? How about that? I am going to make some copies, and I want you guys to be on your best behavior. Be good.
We need to have some fun in here. That's all I got to say. This is too boring.
Come on, guys. We can do this. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Pretty much, we were just gonna go up there and dance. That's about as close to talent as we had.
Ooh.
Shake to the left, shake to the right.
Shake to the left, shake to the right. Now disco. Let's do the disco.
The disco?
This is my move.
Everybody just started like looking at each other, trying to think about what to do.
Well, I can do the robot.
Sprinkler.
No, you missed my robot. I knew we were in trouble when some of us broke out into the robot and some of us were doing like the sprinkler.
Well, the official sprinkler move is this. It's not this. It's this. Some girls couldn't do the switch, and so they wanted to do this, which just looks lopsided and doesn't look like the sprinkler. It just looks like a stupid move. I turn around, look at this huge clock, and there's 3 minutes left.
Just standing up there, I felt like we were being humiliated. All we needed was a clown nose and some shoes.
I could have clapped my ass for 10 minutes and been more entertaining than them hoes as a group together.
We definitely stuck to our stereotype, which I know we were supposed to get out of, but we really didn't know what to do.
We just looked like plum-ass fools, and it was just really bad because I really do not want to go in elimination tomorrow.
All right, well, now it is time for our second group of performers. Put your hands together for Geek Tank.
Our show begins with just me and Jason sitting on stage. I'm the first person that speaks, so if I mess up, it sets a horrible tone for the rest of the show.
Hello, my name is Matt, and now for a reading of poetry.
As soon as that scroll hit the floor, I could hear a response from the audience, and I knew at that moment, I said, this is gonna go well.
This is where all of the freckles gain an identity and signify a carefully placed spectacle of nature. This is springtime, where you're supposed to sway under the sun and into my arms.
Man, now what you know about a Geek MC? Forget about your coffee, I'm all about the Earl Grey tea. So if you want to be a Geek MC, you gotta become me.
I don't really get stage fright, which is really weird because I'm like really socially awkward. I'd rather go up on stage than go somewhere and meet someone.
Is that a velociraptor?
Jonathan's velociraptor impression is perhaps the greatest impression of a velociraptor I've ever seen.
Everybody just loves my velociraptor, even the girls.
It's pretty embarrassing.
Kind of creepy.
That was really freaky. I hope he stops doing that.
I'm a dinosaur.
We can
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody everybody doing tonight? I'm Tommy. You might have noticed I'm a little taller. When you're taller, a lot of times people ask you, how tall are you? You play basketball? Do I go around saying to people, how fat are you? Do you sumo? You should, with that body. We had different ways of making things funny, and I think the audience appreciated that sort of amalgam of things coming together.
The overriding theme that we've had throughout this show is urban entertainment.
We can get lost in the Santa Maria sky, or we can get a little crunk on a bottle of wine.
I'm definitely more at home in the Opry stage than I am at the Apollo stage.
I'm Cowboy Joe, hillbilly in rank, and I'm rolling with my brothers in the Geek Tank.
Everybody hit their cues perfectly. Everyone came out fearless. Everyone came out inspired. Everyone glowed on stage. I haven't seen professionals run a show this clean.
Well, now it is time for you, the audience, to vote for your favorite group of performers. So press the red button for the beauties and the blue button for the geeks. Go ahead and vote. All right, the results are in. It's now time to find out who upstaged who, the beauties or the geeks.
The girls were very sexy, of course. I said, if this audience is filled with a bunch of horny guys like myself, you never know.
The winner of the Beauties versus Geeks Talent Show Challenge is...
On the back of our minds, we were really nervous that another one of us was going to go home.
The Geeks.
Excitement, exhilaration, but overall just an overwhelming calm that we're going to stay here, we're safe, don't worry about it.
I'm talented, so I didn't have a problem on my part. But as a team, we were horrible.
The whole point of the challenge was to use something else besides your beauty, and we couldn't even do that. I think it made us look just so stupid.
Each of them shined in their own way, and they all had separate, different talents. I mean, I don't know if it's because they sit at home and like don't do anything, because I mean, I go out.
We put in more work than our opponent, and it showed, and we won.
Well, congratulations, Geeks. You have evened out the competition. So, you guys are now safe from elimination. But that also means that you have to choose 5 beauties to send to the elimination room.
I was like immediately nervous. The first thing I thought about was, oh gosh, I don't want to study.
Now, beauties, you are all at risk for elimination. So I encourage you to go back to the mansion, study hard, and then I will see all of you tomorrow at the staircase ceremony. Congratulations again, guys.
We're going into elimination. You have to do your best. You have to study the material. If I go in there, I'm going to be ready to go in there, and I'm going to be prepared. That's how I look at
it. How many feet are in tetrameter?
Tetra is 4.
Yes.
A good portion of the girls are studying and taking it very seriously. I think another portion are more focused on maybe sucking up to the guys so they don't have to go into the elimination room in the first place.
If you read over the material and if you have any specific things that you can't figure out, come and find one of us and we'll try to help you with it.
I want to help the girls study as much as I can. I mean, they're hot girls in very little clothing. I mean, there's one thing geeks have a weakness for. I mean, you hear the expression sex sells, it does.
Me and Tish, we're like big party girls. We like to have fun. We don't like to sit around and study. So we wanted to go out in the hot tub.
Does it feel good?
Quite actually.
Good.
I wanted to just have a good time. I wasn't going to study. It could be my last night in the house. I wanted to get in the hot tub because I hadn't done that yet.
I'm excited.
Not as much as I am.
Joe has always been really open and like outgoing, but sometimes I'd catch him like looking at me. And yeah, I got boobs and a butt and a flat stomach.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Anytime you get a bunch of red-blooded hormonal young men around a bunch of beautiful, open young women in the prime of their youth, things are naturally gonna happen.
Yay, everybody's coming out. I'm so excited.
When the guys see us girls in the hot tub, it's like bees swarming the honey. Because we're so sweet anyway.
As soon as we saw them all in the hot tub, we decided to spy on them on the balcony.
I see so many girls like all over the guys now that elimination is coming up.
They're like totally sucking up to the guys, and like they're just so naive. They want girls' attention so bad that I don't even think that they noticed.
That's so much fun.
Tiffany's definitely interested in me. She played with my hair a bit and decided that it would look good in a ponytail. The ponytail is staying for the time being.
I think that Letitia's being so slutty with Jonathan.
I have never given a girl that's my peer a back rub before. I've given my mom massages before, and it worked out well.
You know they're thinking something dirty. I mean, even though they're geeks, they think dirty. Come on, they're guys.
I thought I did a good job just because I have strong hands and I'm dexterous and I have strong fingers. I thought that was a good social experience, and that's why I'm here. Because I normally spend all my time by myself at home with just my parents, so I'm trying to be as outgoing as possible.
That was so funny when I first saw it.
Are you kidding me? Like here, the night of elimination, you're out there trying to manipulate all the guys to keep you in. I just thought that was so ridiculous.
Letitia has manipulated each and every one of them without them even knowing.
I wanted to hang out with all the guys and have as much bonding time as I could.
She's trying to look for guys that will be manipulated by girls.
The only way that those girls can feel good about themselves is to put down others.
She may be studying while you're being
No, she's not studying.
You were listening to her talk crap about us.
She's sneaky. I hate her. I hope she goes home tomorrow.
We're going to be meeting up today at the 3rd Annual Geneva Convention to determine which 4 will be spared from elimination.
All right, this meeting's been called to order at 11:02. All members of the Geek Tank are present.
Write down 2 people that you want. I think we should go around the room and explain why.
All right.
We focus on the positive. We focused on the people that we want to keep around here as opposed to the people we want to send home. Because ideally, we don't want to send anybody home.
Like Rose, we take an up-down poll. We just go through the names. Hands up if you want to save that person.
I'll second it.
And motion to straw poll.
So we used Robert's Rules of Parliament to decide who to send.
Point of privilege goes to Chris.
I would amend that.
Seconded.
To be a straw poll on save or not save.
First we conducted a straw poll, non-binding, then we conducted a second straw poll. The first was a simple approval vote. The second was a approval vote limit 4.
And I'll entertain a motion.
Well, you can vote. Could I have a question on that quickly?
Wait, let me entertain the motion first and I'll open up discussion.
Everybody's saying, okay, I second this motion. No, we can't talk yet. We got to finish this motion before we can vote on possibly continuing another motion to vote on. And it was so darn confusing.
Recognizes Jonathan.
I want to save Tiffany and Letitia because both of them have put an effort getting to know me as well as the other guys.
I'm nervous about Letitia because she could be just a good manipulator.
Many of the girls have said they consider Letitia the biggest threat on their teams. That might be one of the reasons why they're coming in and saying you can't trust her.
All I know is that she is one of the people that drama surrounds. And on that list, I would put Letitia, Randy, and Amber.
I'm having a pretty strong bond with Amber, who's a supermodel, right? And just to say those words that I'm, air quotes, going out with, a supermodel, just, I don't know, I don't want it to end.
Some of them just love to hate on each other. I told everyone, study, study, study. And you know what they said to me? Do you know what Letitia said?
And Tara and Kara are the only 2 people that I think have not been involved in any of the fights. That's my main goal, is to end the fighting. And so I want to keep Tara and Kara.
After much deliberation, a lot of arguing, we finally came to a decision. Having said that, I know there are 5 people who are going to be very upset with the outcome.
This meeting is adjourned. Thank God.
Okay.
Oh man, we are so dead with the rest of the girls. Motion to say we are all officially screwed.
5 of us are going to elimination. Better study the book that is this thick and completely just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I haven't even thought of a word for today. Crustacean, that's his word.
Yes. Crustacean.
Thank you.
Crustacean makes sense though. I mean, like when something starts crusting, you could say, oh look, there's crustacean going on.
I've just been staring at this book.
I know, we're like staring at it, but we're not reading it.
I can't focus on it at all. It's too boring. Interesting subjects are celebrity gossip and fashion. Definitely not the history of theater.
Who's Penn and Teller?
They perform in Las Vegas too. They're like
Oh, is that the one that his partner was eaten by a lion?
No, that was
Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you guys, that's psychology. Sigmund and Freud.
Sigmund Freud.
I don't know. I'm so confused. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Tom,
What?
what does distinguish mean?
Set apart, notable. I think Amber's a great person. I really, really want her to stay in this competition.
What does genres, Genres mean?
Genres.
The 3 genres of poetry.
Say it with me. Genre.
That's not what this says.
No, it does.
Can you guys get it?
I think we can.
We have the technology. Here we go.
There you go, you got it, got it.
Make progress, make progress. Yes!
I really am banking on the fact that I don't get thrown into the elimination. Because if I do that, I'm dead. And I don't know anything about this whole talent thing. I really need to find a talent. That's what I just figured out.
I feel like the geeks are gonna put me in elimination. They probably think that I haven't learned anything from this experience, but it's wrong, I have. No, I haven't.
Well, welcome to your second stare ceremony. But yesterday, the Geeks won the talent show competition. They now have the opportunity to choose 5 beauties to send to the elimination room. Is one of you going to speak on behalf of the team?
That'd be me, Mike.
All right,
Always
Chris.
a pleasure.
All right. Who is the first beauty that you are going to send to the elimination room?
Amber.
Why, of course, Amber?
Because I feel like they were influenced by a certain person on my team.
That had nothing to do with that, Amber, I assure you.
It didn't.
My personality is so much stronger than anybody's in this room. They're so scared of me. They're like running, you know? So I don't really make a strong connection with these.
Amber, I think that's
most
part of the problem, is that you guys are unwilling to put aside your differences.
Okay, next.
Amber was an obvious one for the elimination room. I think she made that completely clear during the elimination ceremony why she was going in the elimination room.
Who's the next beauty up for elimination?
Second beauty is Amanda.
Randy, are you surprised?
I felt like I already knew.
Why?
I just felt like I didn't have a strong connection with really anyone. I feel like I get along with everyone, but I knew that some girls made a strong connection with like 1 or 2 particular people, and I didn't have that advantage.
Randy?
I'm argumentative. I already know this. I know that's why I'm up here.
Christina?
So we have 4. We need 1 more. Who is the final beauty going to the elimination room? We need 1 more. Who is the final beauty going to the elimination room?
The final beauty going to elimination room. Jillian? I just want to tell you all that if you were sent to the elimination room, that doesn't mean that there wasn't a connection. It simply means that...
People that should be in there aren't in there, so whatever.
Who is that?
Her name is Letitia, and she's been bringing drama into this house, and they can be manipulated by her.
We talked it over.
So whatever.
Ultimately, we decided that we didn't buy that.
I don't care what anybody says. This girl needs to get out, and I'm gonna be the one to put her out, so whatever.
Thank you.
I was really hurt by Amber's words. She was basically just telling us that we didn't know nothing for nothing.
This is a group effort. One person does not bring the entire machine down. If the group cannot come together, one person cannot be the magic link that makes everything happen. You win as a team or you lose as a team. There is no in between.
If I walked around in my bikini last night, I wouldn't be standing up here right
And
now.
if you believe that, then maybe you ought to volunteer to leave.
How are you gonna tell me to leave? If you don't like it because I don't like her, whatever.
All right. So, pack your stuff, say your goodbyes, because when this is all over, one of you will be going home. Until then, good luck.
I'm just mad at those freaking geeks. And Joe Fat Nasty behind, honestly, he doesn't know who he's talking to. Can I talk to you for a second?
Me?
You? Yes.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't want to talk right here.
Whatever you can say in front of me, you can say in front of everybody else, right?
What's your problem with me?
I just think you need to get your heart in the right place. That's
Only
all.
me? Only me. That's it.
I think your entire team has to get their heart in the right place.
Okay,
but I
well,
think
then
you're
say
here for the wrong
that.
reasons. But in all
I'm
honesty,
here for the wrong reasons,
I think
and she is getting massages in the freaking hot tub.
I suppose Amber would be the classic antagonist. You know, she's the one looking at you saying, yeah, this town isn't big enough for the 2 of us.
She might need a minute. We'll give her a minute.
Or 10.
I was definitely rooting for Amber to come back from elimination. I think her aggressiveness and her assertiveness is doing wonders for me.
Welcome to the Elimination Room, ladies. Here's how we play. I'm going to ask all of you a question about the performing arts. The first person to buzz in will have a chance to answer that question. If you get that answer correct, you're safe, and you go upstairs. If you get it wrong, you're still at risk, and the person who buzzed in second will then have a chance to answer that question. The last person, the person who has not answered any questions correctly, will leave the mansion immediately. Okay, beauties, hands on your buzzers. Here's the first question. The Broadway musical Chicago centers on a murder that was committed in what U.S. state? Amanda.
Illinois.
That is correct. Okay, great job. You are safe from elimination. You can now head upstairs.
Thank you. Good luck, guys. Bye.
Hands on your buzzers. Complete the name of this play by William Shakespeare. A Midsummer Night's... Christina.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
That is correct.
I freaking
Now down to 3. If a performer gets 100 votes out of 1,000 in a talent competition, what percentage is that? Jillian.
10.
That is correct.
Awesome.
Great job.
Oh my God.
So it comes down to the 2 of you. One of you will be heading home for good.
Wait 1 second.
Come on,
No, my freaking heart is hurting.
It's all right. Take a minute. It's a lot of pressure.
Come on, Marie. I'm sorry, guys.
According to your material, church officials during the Renaissance era thought that actresses were what? Prostitutes, drunks, or witches?
I
Randy.
buzzed in.
Prostitutes.
I buzzed in.
That is correct. That is
I buzzed in.
All right, Amber, you now have to leave the mansion. Well, good luck.
Okay, thank you. I think I'll grow to believe that beauty's only skin deep, but I'm beautiful. I might as well live with it because you get old and you die one day. I don't think that I've changed because this is me and this is who I am. I'm a bitch, and that sucks, but you don't need to be around geeks to find that out. Nothing about this experience surprised me about beauty because I've been around beautiful women my whole life. Me. If Tom still wants to talk to me after this, then I'm here for the talking, but I don't really want a boyfriend.
Next time on Beauty and the Geek, the curling iron meets the gridiron as the beauties and geeks participate in their first ever Beauty and the Geek Bowl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But things get serious when a friendly game of flag football turns into full contact.
What was my damn defense?
I gave you instruction. Where were you?
And later.
Tonight, this game is changing course.